LeBron James' son, Bronny, faces immense pressure to live up to LeBron's legacy, a challenge no teenager should have to endure. And for now, he's just not ready for the NBA. In this video, let's analyze why. Let's deconstruct Bronny's high school career, and let's take a look at his current USC run. And finally, watch till the end to see if he's NBA ready and if we can root for his success regardless of his readiness. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Appreciate you guys. If you follow LeBron's career closely enough, you know that expectations began even before Bronny entered high school. I mean, everyone and their mama expected Bronny to be a phenom right out the gate. But it's essential to recognize that Bronny is his own person with his own journey in basketball. Amid the ever-present comparisons to his pops, Bronny still showcases a strong skill set that includes a reliable defensive game and some solid playmaking abilities. Nevertheless, he wasn't ever a blue-chip prospect from day one, and that's perfectly fine. He wasn't a top 1 or a top 2 player, but he was a 4-star recruit, and he did make the McDonald's All-American game, indicating a level of recognition for his talent and hard work. He might not have been the standout player that his father was at the same age, but it's clear that he's still a promising young athlete with potential to grow. What's important, and I think you'd agree, is that Bronny has not tried to hinge his success on his dad's career. Instead, he appears to be carving out his own path, acknowledging the legacy but not being weighed down by it. As he progresses, the true measurement of Bronny's potential will hinge on his personal development, both mentally and physically. The focus should be on his journey, the improvements he makes, and how he translates his current skill set to a higher level of play. In high school, he did play behind some elite players and wasn't required to put up crazy stats. This meant that he had the opportunity to refine other aspects of his game, working on becoming a team player, contributing in less flashy but equally important ways. Does this sound familiar? Devin Booker comes to mind. Much like how Booker, originally a 6-man at Kentucky, honed his basketball IQ and skills without the constant spotlight. He's now an NBA star, demonstrating that initial roles in youth basketball don't define one's professional ceiling. D-Book just was on a loaded team and went high in the draft, so Bronny could take a page from Booker's book, focusing on his development and where he can refine his play without the intensity of his father's shadow overbearing every game. Now that he's playing for USC, people are getting on him left and right with the criticism, almost forgetting that this man almost died on the court a couple months ago. I mean, that's crazy to think about how resilient this young man must be. Yet, people aren't giving him the space to really heal, get his mind right. The mental fortitude and physical recovery that Bronny has showcased is out of this world, really. Being rushed to the hospital in cardiac arrest and coming back to play the game he loves is nothing short of astonishing. But why are people on him like that? Why is there so much pressure on a young athlete barely out of his teens? If we dig deeper, I think it's LeBron's fault to some degree. He's publicly stated that he wants to play with Bronny and that he's better than some NBA players while he was in high school. But that's LeBron. Bronny didn't ask for all that, and he doesn't seem like the person who's begging for limelight either. Instead, Bronny seems to approach his career with a sense of humility and dedicated work ethic, quietly striving to improve his game. He's navigating the pressures of his family name with grace, focusing more on personal growth rather than just living up to the expectations set by his father's success. This approach offers him the best chance to succeed in his own right, and with time and persistence, may very well lead him to his NBA dreams. But is he NBA ready now? Perhaps not. But the question shouldn't be focused solely on immediate readiness, you know what I mean? It's about trajectory, about the progress and journey he's embarked on. He's got university hoops to polish his craft first, regular game time to shape his instinct, and most importantly, the space to mature athletically at his own pace. Gilbert Arenas talked about how the potential is there, but it's like he's holding back. Like there's a beast that's dormant that isn't being let out yet. Like imagine a lion cub in the wild. Sure, it's not the king of the jungle yet, but give it time, let it grow, and one day it might be roaring with the best of them. At the end of the day, this is Bronny's first year in college and he's dealing with the hard thing. So a good barometer will be next year, his sophomore year, when he likely has a greater level of comfort and hopefully a full recovery. Observing his performance then, with a year of experience under his belt, will offer a clearer indication of his NBA prospects. He'll have the chance to take on more responsibility, showcase his growth, and potentially answer many of the questions about his future in professional basketball. Let's not rush to judgment. Instead, allow Bronny's skills and maturity to unfold naturally. Another thing to factor in is that nowadays, a lot of players that play past their sophomore year don't even have that big of an impact. And it's like we've added even more pressure on Bronny, not just for being LeBron's son, but also we're trying to speed up his development as a player just because his dad is on the tail end of his career. Sophomore year or not, Bronny has a journey that he must navigate independently of his father's timeline. Of course, we don't know how long LeBron's gonna play, but it's essential for Bronny to focus on his own path without being rushed by external factors, including his father's career trajectory. It's about Bronny harnessing his talents in time, evolving at a pace that suits him, and not being propelled by the ticking clock of someone else's career. I mean, it's his pops. But anyway, as observers, patience is key, giving him the space to develop without the burden of unrealistic expectations or timelines. We have to manage our own expectations too. How can you expect someone whose dad is top 2 of all time to live up to that, when no player in the history of sports ever has? It's like expecting every painter to replicate the Mona Lisa, or every writer to produce works like Shakespeare. You know what I'm saying? Impossible standards like that are just not fair. They're downright irrational. So yes, Bronny is not NBA ready yet. Not this year anyway. But even if he were to go this year, personally, I wouldn't be mad just because of what LeBron's given to the league. Why not allow him to have this moment and do something that the basketball world has never seen? Of course, the chance to witness a father and son sharing the court in an official NBA game would be historic. That would be epic. Straight up for the history books. But we can't influence the process by incorporating personal objectives into this collective anticipation. What we can do is, instead of criticizing Bronny and tearing him down, we should be supporting and uplifting him. Encouraging Bronny to grow in his own time and on his own terms is crucial for his development both on and off the court. Let's try to root for him and empower him to be the best version of himself, regardless of his family lineage or his immediate NBA entry. What is your take on Bronny's journey? Do you agree that patience and support are key to his growth? Or do you feel the pressure and expectations are justified given his background? Let me know in the comments. Oh, and make sure you show your support by liking this video and subscribing to Hezi World while you're at it.